Are you suffering from diastasis recti, weak pelvic floor, postpartum anxiety, super stress, or maybe tension in your body that's causing pain? Did you know that proper breathing can help you with that? Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 360-degree breathing and some exercises to help you breathe better. Welcome back, ladies. My name is Tabitha. If you haven't been here before, I'm here to help all you busy ladies juggling jobs, careers, kiddos with no time to exercise. I'm going to give you exercise tips, tricks, routines, and even product reviews to help make fitness a part of your life. And today we are talking about 360-degree breathing. Yes, breathing. Yes, breathing can help fix your pelvic floor. It can help fix diastasis. It can reduce anxiety and stress and fix a whole load of other problems that may be going on in your body right now. I know it's hard to believe, but it's totally true. Now, you may have seen my video here on the one move to help cure or fix diastasis recti, and this is a part of it. So this is what you need in order to be able to zip up the corset properly. The corset zip up is a little bit more advanced for women who can breathe properly and their core is a little stronger already. Now, if you were just watching that video, you can definitely work up to it. But if you are so new and you said, oh my gosh, I watched that video and that was way too hard for me, then this is where you need to be. So we're gonna just work on 360-degree breathing. And you're like, what in the world is that? Let's talk. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your muscles first before we get into the different exercises that you can do. So in the center of our abdomen is the linea alba, and that's the soft tissue. It's like soft and springy that helps hold your rectus abdominis together. The rectus abdominis is your glory abs or the six-pack abs that lie on top. Then you have the obliques that run like pockets in the front, and you have the transverse abdominis underneath all of that. Well, in that entire cavity, we now have our ribs right here, right? They look like this. The ribs are here. And right at the top of our ribs here is our diaphragm. Now, when we breathe, we should be feeling that diaphragm. A lot of the times, because we all sit in chairs and because we have stressful lives and we were pregnant, so we couldn't expand that diaphragm properly, we turned to breathing like this. Check yourself right now. Think about how you're breathing. Are your shoulders going up and down every time you breathe? Is it coming just from your chest? This is very common. And breathing like that causes a lot more stress on our sympathetic nervous system. It causes us to be in a more fight or flight mode, and it causes just a lot of tension in our body because that's not the way we are supposed to breathe. The way we're supposed to breathe is like you see a baby when they're breathing and their whole belly and chest is expanding. So what I want you to do right now is put your hands on the side of your rib cage. And we are going to practice 360-degree breathing. Now, it is a very laborious thing to do when you haven't been doing it or you don't know what to do in the beginning. So we're going to breathe in with our chest, our belly, our ribs laterally, and our back. We want to expand the entire body, our entire trunk, 360 degrees. So go ahead and put those hands on that rib cage, and we're going to breathe out. And as you can see, my ribs fill into my hands. I want you to feel that too. So inhale again. See how those ribs expand out to the side? If your ribs aren't expanding out to the side, you may have tight ribs, and I'll have another video for you on how to release those ribs and how to reduce the tension in them, and you can click right here. So we want those hands to fill out, we want those ribs to fill out into those hands. Again, inhale, exhale. Now, the other key to this exercise is when you're exhaling, you want to exhale with force, especially when you're practicing this exercise to get your body in the groove to doing this on a regular basis. when we empty our canister or our abdomen, we do not want to empty from the top down. That would look like this. And you see how my belly will pooch out at the bottom? You do not want to do that. You want to fill it up and empty it out from the bottom up. So if you're looking at me from the side, I'm inhaling and exhaling. My entire lower abdomen gets tight, and it tightens all the way up, and it pushes the air back out of my lungs and out, and my diaphragm tightens up. When you do this, your pelvic floor naturally tightens and lifts. And this is where what we need to have proper pelvic floor contractions. Also, you're reducing stress and anxiety by releasing and tapping into really your parasympathetic nervous system. With this move, you will actually heal diastasis naturally. Now, the one move, the corset zip up, is the additional steps that you get to once you get this breathing down. So let's try this again. And the next time we do it, let's try to tighten and kind of zip up as best you can. So let's go. And exhale from the bottom all the way to the top. And feel those ribs come together. Feel that diaphragm push up and relax again. So we should be breathing like that normally. Try it with me. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. As you can see, my shoulders did not rise and fall. I expanded laterally. Now you may be having a hard time with this move, and that is totally okay. We're going to do a couple exercises that will help get the expansion going so you can practice. It is a little harder to practice the breathing standing for some women, so we are going to head to the floor in just a little bit. Now, one other common problem that may happen, and we don't want this to happen to you, is that when you go to inhale with your diaphragm, some women will have a paradoxical breathing pattern where they'll inhale and they'll suck their belly up into their abdominal or chest cavity, and they'll be breathing up. They're expanding their ribs and expanding their chest and back as well, but they're not expanding their belly. So we don't want the belly to fully expand either, but we don't want it to go up into our chest. We want it to fully relax, expand out. So belly comes out as well. Here we go. Belly comes out as well when you breathe, okay? If you could see that there. Let's do it one more time. 360, breathe. And breathe. But I am not fully belly breathing. Do not make that mistake, ladies. We don't want to see this. That is not going to fix your diastasis. Also, when you release the air from the bottom up and you are not releasing the lower abs and you're only clenching in the top abs and expelling air from the top of your abdominals, what's going to happen is you're going to put extra pressure down on your pelvic floor. So as you can see, improper breathing will cause havoc to the pelvic floor. We don't want that. So it will cause you to be stressed out. It will cause you tightness, bad diastasis. You won't heal. Your pelvic floor may become weaker. So we want to practice 360-degree breathing. Now let's head to the floor and let me show you some tricks. All right, ladies, I want you to just grab a yoga mat, or you can head straight to the floor. We're going to lay down and we're going to look for that breathing pattern while we're laying, and we're going to practice a couple moves to help you properly expel the air from your abdominal cavity and your lower abs so that you can actually expel it properly, engage the abs, have the pelvic floor work properly, and just heal. We're going to heal. So if you have a little ball as well, grab a little ball. This is like a kid's toy ball. If not, you can grab a towel as well. So first, we're going to lay down with our feet hip width apart. Okay. So if you can see, Naturally, we all have a little lumbar curve here in our spine. What we're going to do is we're going to breathe into the floor. We're going to allow our ribs to expand to the side. We're going to allow our chest, our belly, and our back to expand into the floor. So this will give you a better idea if you're actually expanding that chest and back into the floor. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put my hands here up on the side so you can see my belly, or put it behind your head. Here we go. Let's take a deep breath in. And if you can see, when I breathe in, my back goes to the floor. Let's watch this again. Good, nice and big. Now I'm going to exaggerate this for you guys. Very good. So I want you to go on the floor and I want you to practice this. Now, if you're having a hard time getting the 360-degree breathing, lay down on the floor, on the mat a few times a day and just do a couple breaths until you get the movement down, and then you can do it as you walk around the house. Right? So now we're going to learn to expel that air from our belly properly so that we do not overexert and put too much pressure on our pelvic floor. We want our pelvic floor to work properly. So come up when we exhale and go down when we inhale, just the way the diaphragm works, in and out, in and out. So when we bear down to release the air from our ab, we are going to push with our lower abs first, and it's going to go up our body. And we're going to expel and tighten as much as we can, expel as much air as we can until we cough. We're going to get exaggerated, okay? But this will help you learn the proper movement of breathing. All right, let's relax and let's take a big deep breath and bring it from our abs. And I didn't cough, but my abs are tight. Relax, okay? I want you to get to that point. Feel it come from the lower of your body, like the zip up, come from the pelvic floor all the way up, expelling all the air possible until you cough. Now, I didn't cough, but you get the idea, right? We're going to keep on practicing that. Breathe it in. Now, this should be an ab workout for you. It should be relax again. I don't want you to hold the zip up like I had you do in the other video, because if you're new to this, I want you to expel the air, hold it for a second, relax, and exhale. And go again into a side expansion. Inhale and exhale. This is the way we're going to get your breathing down very, very well. Now, let's roll to our sides. All right, ladies, we're going to check our rib mobility for our lateral breathing now in another position. So go ahead and grab a pillow, a towel, something to lay nice and flat with. So we're going to bring our knees up, laying nice and flat right here. Knees are about a 90 degree here. We're going to put our hand right in our hip. Now, what we're checking for is our mobility in side expansion. We want to make sure that when we're breathing in, our hip is moving out, our abs and our torso is moving up versus a shallow breathing pattern. So let's see, make sure we are breathing deep. We're going to expand and relax, and everything should come back and sink back down. So versus a shallow breathing pattern, you would look like this. Okay, so let's practice that again to make sure you have lateral mobility in your breath. You should really feel some expansion in your rib cage, in your thighs, and you really feel movement throughout that torso. Now, if you don't have as much mobility as you'd like here, and you're not expanding, you could have tight ribs. And so we'll talk about how to loosen that up with some exercises in another video. But for now, let's lay here. We'll put our hand on our ribs here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and push your ribs down. Now inhale. And exhale. And inhale. There. And exhale. You can test that on both sides. Now, just the pressing of the ribs down with the exhale and inhaling again should get those ribs moving a little bit more. But again, I will post another video for rib flare and rib mobility that you can check out later. So now if you've got this side body expansion with the deep breathing or the 360-degree breathing pattern, we can take it up just another notch. So we're going to head on our backs again, but in this position, we are going to do what's called 90-90 breathing. So get close to a wall, and we're going to put our feet up on the wall. We're going to use that little ball I told you to grab, and we're going to practice another breathing technique. Now, these are steps of stepping stones, so do what you can, try them all out, and do which one feels right for you, and then move on to the next one if you feel you can accomplish the next task. This lateral side breathing is just to make sure that you can expand those ribs and you are expanding laterally. Start laying on the floor first. Then once you master that, we can go into the 90-90 breathing pattern. Okay, go ahead and put that pillow on the floor. Scoot your bottom up to the wall so that your knees and your body make a 90-90 here. So I'm going to scoot back a little bit, resting that head, keeping it, the shoulders, body neutral here. So as you can see, I've got a 90 with my knees and a 90 with my hips. We're going to take this lovely ball and we're going to place it right between our knees. So what we're going to want to do in this position here, now if you have a posterior pelvic tilt or you tilt your butt backwards, I want you to engage the hamstrings, pull your butt under so that you are not in this posterior pelvic tilt angle. If you if you're the type of lady to clench your glutes or tuck your glutes under, then I want you to relax those glutes in this position here. We are relaxing our hip flexors, we're relaxing our quads, and all we're doing here is we're engaging our inner thigh. So we're going to squeeze this ball as we practice our breathing technique. Now we're going to do lateral breathing. Bear with me here, lateral breathing. We're going to expend the air from our lower abs all the way up until we cough. And while we do it, we're going to squeeze on this ball, relaxing the hip flexors, relaxing the quads. All right, so it is going to be a hell of a workout. Just bear with me. Let's do this together. Make sure you got 90-90. I'm looking at myself. There we go. Nice and set. So let's take a nice deep breath in. Squeeze on that ball and hold and relax. Now, if you did that properly, you should have felt your abs fire. You should feel them burn. Let's go again. And this is an exercise as you get into the breathing that you can do. Try it like 5-8 times a day if you can do it in one sitting. If not, just do it here and there throughout the day until you get really good. This is going to prep you to be able to do that corset zip up really well. So let's do this again one more time. We'll move that so you can see my face a little bit. So let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, relax. One more time. And exhale. Very good. All right, I want you to practice that move. Now, again, ladies, I want you to remember, let me sit up. I want you to remember that when you are exhaling the air, you need to get everything out from the lower abs. Once again, we need it from the bottom all the way up. If we allow ballooning and pressure down when we're exhaling, that is going to cause more pelvic floor damage. And in these breathing patterns, we actually want to repair the pelvic floor. This breathing is going to help you tremendously, ladies. After you master the 90-90, the lateral breathing, and you're doing this on a regular, go ahead and check out the corset zip ups, and that is something I highly recommend. I corset zip up daily in the shower, when I'm exercising, doing abs, when I'm walking. Once you get a hold of that move, it is a wonderful, wonderful move to ensure you've got core strength throughout your life. So, ladies, I hope this 360-degree deep breathing pattern helps you out. I hope you like this video. And as always, comment down below if you have any questions, suggestions, concerns. But stay positive, work hard, and God bless. Mahalo for joining me. Aloha. Got the ball. Got the ball. Breathe. I know I need it. I breathe.